Welcome to the channel, welcome to the vlog, Car Connections. Make sure you subscribe. So real quick, one of the things I get often on the channel is, hey Edgar, what exactly is it that you do? I get that a lot. Typically, it's when you go out and splurge on a big car. Got that a lot when I got the Porsche 4S. Got it again when I purchased my wife's Rivian R1S. And so I just want to post this because it's important to note, especially for folks that are much younger than I am. And I just want to make sure that you guys are aware that, young kids see us, and I say us because I know there's a lot of folks that have YouTube channels around cars, and they think, I don't know how to put it. I'm 45 years old. I've been doing the business I'm in for about almost, 26 years, 27 years. And I'm basically in the retail energy space, and I work for a startup right now, residential energy for your home. Like when you turn on your lights at home, I'm in that industry, just for residential. I'm posting this because a lot of times, I get young eyes on the channel, and they it's important to see that in order to achieve these type of things, it's taken 25, 26 years. Now, not for everybody, to be fair. There are people out there that are extremely successful when they're young, and they're way ahead of the game. And hey, power to you. But I'm just sharing with you guys. And in a lot of situations, there's a lot of work that needs to happen to be able to achieve, the home that I live in, the lifestyle that we have, saving for my kids, both of my kids' college tuition fund. It just takes time. It takes a lot of effort. There's a lot of ass kicking that happens in the background to be able to get to these points in life. What I really wanted to tell you guys, I just want to share that real quick for my younger audience out there. For folks that are a little bit older, are going to pretty much really understand this, that it just takes a lot of grind to get to these type of levels at times, and we make it look easy at times by posting, these type of cars that are literally six figures, give or take. The thing I want to share with you guys is that, when young kids like to say it is this guy is flexing, right? Or he's showing these big cars and all that. First of all, know that I don't own any of these cars. The bank owns these cars.
Like my car? It's new. How do I do it? I'm in debt up to my eyeballs.
All right? Basically, I'm in debt to my eyeballs. Now, I do get these cars and I give down payments on those cars. And I've always give really big, nice down payments because just in case I do get into a bind, I can at least sell the car and break even, right? And at least not go into a position of repossession or any of those things. So, I'm always giving a nice amount down that way as a backup in case something happens 3 months, a year from now. I do have emergency funds built up for those situations, but what if it gets into a pickle where I don't have the emergency funds don't cover, enough? You're talking about 3-4 months down the pipe. What if something happens, right? Then, you might have to get rid of these cars. And what I'm trying to get to is, again, I don't own these cars, guys. I make payments on these cars. The bank owns these cars, both of them. And so a lot of kids, again, get caught up with the flex and the flash on these cars, not only from my channel, but other people's channel. But the reality is they're all bank owned, guys. We don't own any of them. They're not our cars. It's almost like we're paying to rent the cars. I hope that makes sense, right? And so I just wanted to share this real quick because I get a lot of folks like, what do you do for a living? Like, why are you buying that car? How can you buy it? How can you afford it? And yes, not anybody's gonna give you a car if you don't have a good, credit score and good income and a proven track record. But at the same time, just because people can go out and buy these cars doesn't necessarily mean they can actually afford them. That there's a big difference there. And so I just want to share this specifically for my younger audience, and maybe even my old heads, as the young kids likes to say, is, yes, I own those cars, are mine, but they're not mine. They're the bank owned, man. I make payments on those cars. And if something would happen, God willing, nothing ever happens, the bank will come along and take those cars because I don't own them. So it's important just to note that, right? And that's it, guys. Appreciate all the comments and the congratulatory on my wife's Rivian R1S, three-year wait on it. And I'm glad we finally got it. And I'll keep you guys updated on the channel. There's some big changes coming for sure. As always, as you guys know, I go through cars. If you've been following the channel, don't get too attached to the cars I bring to the channel because they tend to last 3-6 months, a year maybe. I get rid of them, move on to another one. Appreciate the support, guys, and always, Car Connections.